I don't think we need to just chop up $100,000.
I prefer you say it now so it's very clear
Because
because
that's not the case.
I agree. Excellent.
If
So,
we ever want to move our curriculum forward with new standards, we can't just say, we won't do anything else. Or we won't do anything. Or we won't do anything.
all right, so for scenario, so we've got scenario 1, 2, 3, and then if it's not on the sheet of paper, I'm going to put scenario 4. So scenario 4, what would you like, what would the committee like the Superintendent Administration Association to consider when creating that schedule? Well, that's great. Yeah, it'd be the grade centers.
But see,
But I wasn't, this is where I wasn't that clear. Because I heard one of the reasons, if we went to the grade center, we would lose regular teachers, which we never talked about that. We lose the regular teachers, we lose BP teachers, but we keep the band. We keep the art. Really, it's the applied arts. We keep the applied arts. Okay, but do I want to leave it down?
Yes.
Right. I don't want to go to a table and have a conversation with people on the schedule. Okay, I know some of them are behind me, but you're going to have other people that I want to be very clear, direct. It's all about the clarity. So just to be clear, we would go to the grade centers, and this would be our other option, and be respectful to people we're hearing from, where we would look at it, it could have an effect, could have an effect on our regular teachers, including PE, but we'd almost create like a core subject of applied arts. I put it applied arts,
Fine.
right?
We can just- we can just find out.
And applied arts
Applied arts
includes,
is
right?
industrial.
Okay, so,
Got it, industrial arts, so we were concerned about the thing too, industrial arts.
That's what I said.
Because we're gonna have to do 80,000. We'd only have to pay 30. And then after that.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
how do you do one school?
Right. right.
So if you could spell out each portion of that, Brian, what money you would use.
That's what we did.
Like surface that, sorry,
So I just want to make sure that that means I have to work with the Old and STR to get pricing for that.
Could that also be included that if we didn't do grade centers, have both schools K-8, but we switched the focus on making the upper grade classrooms have larger class sizes and the K-5 have smaller class sizes? You know what I mean? I think it would be a shift of staff. I don't know what that would do salary-wise. I don't know if it would just be, if it would come out at a zero balance or if there would be a savings at looking at that shift.
No, I think whatever you're going to generate is current class sizes are small in middle school, larger in elementary. So I'm going to say is you'd actually flip that. It'd be larger in middle school, smaller in middle school.
Is there, correct, is there any savings to that?
I don't know unless we run the
That's,
scenario.
that's why I'm
I
asking.
mean, I'm not going to play math in the public.
No, no, that was what I thought.
No, I agree.
That was
I
at
think
number 5.
So that'd be scenario, but, and remember, there's so much time we can do this. So I think that sounds like a pretty solid number of things that we have to do in a very short period of time, because our next meeting is December 30th.
And part of all those have to be an estimation of what the class size is. Maybe it doesn't affect, maybe it affects the special needs, maybe it affects the class teaching. And is that 45, that's for next year or 200,000?
I think for next year, just to kind of see what those numbers are. And the reason why I say that is because if you defer for 2 years, you're going to have to cut all the special ed. And so then, then you might be chopping off your nose to fight your face.
And how, I guess my concern would be, then we're throwing this at the community with months' notice instead of, like this whole referendum thing, we were like so mindful on making sure everybody's aware of what's going on. And obviously, we have all this and then the referendum panels, and then saying we're gonna do this.
but we love the programs. And so looking at grade centers is really taking the reflection of that survey and saying, how do we keep these programs and save money at the same time? And so it's kind of a catch-22. We're never gonna make 100% of the people happy. That's a fact. And you know, the last time we had this discussion, it wasn't based on savings a lot. It was really talked about the quality of education. Is grade centers better than a K-8 building? And vice versa. That's where a lot of the conversations were. Right now, you know, in the studies out there, 50% say one is better and 50% says the other one's better. And so I would call it neutral. Right now, it's not about that. It's about how much money can we save if we can do it and still preserve these programs. Because you know, these are things that we committed as a board about having a well-rounded student, and these are things that are important. You know, like sports. You know, sports teaches leadership, teaches teamwork, something that we need in the workforce. You know, if we cut these things, it's going to be our kids are going to have a harder time adjusting to high school and in college and everywhere. They like this stuff, but they want us to do it within our budget, and so that's why they voted us in to make these tough decisions. And you know what? Maybe it's going to be the wrong decision. But all we could do is try and explore and to see what the numbers are, and you know, we'll come up with a recommendation together to see if it works or if it doesn't work.
You know, Paul would ask me a question, you know, what other things do we like, strategies that I use? You know, at some point, if you end up looking at year two, there's going to be a point in time when you actually just start the question is, the school buildings are empty, there's nobody listening, and you only have this much money, what would you fund? Because one of the difficulties we all go through is we have emotional attachments to everything that's here. You know, my kids were in band, they loved it, so I would have an emotional attachment to band, for example. But if there was nothing here, and I was saying, okay, how would I build this school? Would I build it with band program? Would I build it with art? Would I build it with music? If I knew we had this much money, what would my class size be? Would I do grade centers or wouldn't I? How would I do it? So at some point in time down the road, we have to ask yourself that question, because you know it's going to be very difficult to just keep taking things back, because you don't want to lose the continuity of the whole program.
And then there's a couple of follow ways. That's now counseling.
At least the number. Contractual.
He said the counselor, but he said they were the counselor.
Unless there's other grants that I don't know about. I asked the two of them, they said no, but I could look at that. For Italian, for Spanish.
Either one. Hey, do they have any grants for Spanish language? I need to see that over there. And that. Those would be our schools I'm worried about, they go into Richmond, that also doesn't tell you. I thought we discussed that fee, so that there was no way to, like, the fee for band would have been over $1,000 a student or something.
I don't know.
Here's my concern moving forward also,
technology. And I know that students with their Chromebooks, that they're having to go into Mr. Joe because they're broken and things like that. So I think if we're looking at fees, we may need to look at implementing a fee to cover those, especially since we're getting rid, or we're postponing the technology aspect, so that it covers costs, or having insurance is a requirement.
And then here's my question on that one. So we've been told like all the time that everything, you know, like for fees for band, or not football camps, but fees for sports and all that, we weren't able to do research for free and reduced and that children had the opportunity. And so we had to pay for, since we were at 40% free and reduced, which that increased.
Okay.
So, I mean, if we would be subsidizing all those and not getting the money for it, then we're really not helping ourselves by charging fees or fees or.
Hypothetically, rounding 70 to 90, and pretty much the same as 30%. That means you would have to $30,000
I'm just saying, I just want to make sure we got it here, so that when we're asked, did you consider?
Right, which I thought we always have been considering, we've been told that do the free, as long as that's true and that it's still, that would be the case, that if something's relatively high and they're free and reduced, then we would have to subsidize something.
That's just.
It
It's high enough to
seems-
be.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to me that there wouldn't be we're hurting ourselves by doing that.
This is the other issue when it comes to fees, is the state law requires you to document every cent where that fee goes. And let's face it, if I sent a letter to my principal and asking them to outline it, I can guarantee you that they won't be able to outline the $400 or $500 that I wrote in fees for my family. And so it's going down. And so that's, you know, but that's a fact. And so you have to outline where those fees are going. And I hate to say it, you can't. And so you could raise the fees to $1,000 per kid. If a parent asks you to outline it, you're not going to be able to justify where that money goes. But it has to be specific, to my understanding. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Shore.
No, it's all supposed to be said with all the work that's current.
Correct.
That is the requirement. We've looked at that. Yeah, that's one of the questions I asked them. So, you're right, if we don't provide something, we get charged.
And you can't charge for math or language arts or gym. So those are things that.
But again, you run into the same problem. You know, like, something so new, and socioeconomic background, students and leaders.
So is that a no on increasing the fee schedule?